some good advice there because, yeah, those mosquitoes are a pain in the neck and they can cause a lot of more serious problems, too.
And they're coming soon. And so for right now, it's nice when you have mornings like we have this morning and tomorrow when it's really cold and they don't want to move around. And also it's dry with low humidity, but, you know.
It's been a beautiful day, though.
Gorgeous out there. And the humidity is going to be around a little bit this week, and so we'll see how it goes. But let's start with what it looks like outside, live at the Houston Zoo in the Flamingo enclosure. The temperature right now coming in at 69 degrees. So what a beautiful day, as Keith was mentioning. There is a little bit of a northwesterly breeze, but that's a really dry wind gust at 22, so the humidity just at 26%. Our Kaplan allergy report, oak tree count is now in the hundreds at 300, so high, but nothing like what we saw a couple of weeks ago. Weed, grass, and molds are also moderate, so those are up a little bit today. So some issues, you may notice some watery eyes out there because of the allergies, but otherwise temperatures right now, what a fantastic, beautiful feeling day, mid to upper 60s for all of us. The winds, again, that's a dry northwesterly wind ranging anywhere from 10 to about 16 miles per hour. Some places a little bit less, and wind gusts mainly in the teens and also the 20s, so nothing too terrible out there. But what it's doing is it's bringing in that dry air, so the dew point right now in the 40s, making for an amazing feeling. So if you love the weather this afternoon, I know it was a little on the cold side this morning, but it felt great. Let me show you the changes that are on the way for this week. This area of high pressure is going to start to warm us up as it gets a little bit closer to us for tomorrow. Again, from the 60s to the 70s, and then as we head toward Wednesday evening, we're going to start to see that southerly flow move back in as the high moves out of here. So Thursday will feel a little bit on the humid side, but it's not going to last long because once we get to Thursday night, another front moves through. You saw there was no precipitation with this. There was no rain, so it looks like it moves through as a dry front, and then another area of high pressure moves in. So these highs getting close to us like this is going to translate to some warmer temperatures. So Thursday is the one day that I do have a little bit of a humid feel out there. So instead of a dew point of 40 degrees, it's 60 degrees. That's still fairly tolerable for us. Once we get in the mid, upper 60s, even 70s, that's when it's pretty rotten out. And then, of course, we're all complaining about summer. But otherwise, it's not a bad week. You see, it's dry all week long. We go from the 70s tomorrow into the 80s all the way through Friday. This weekend looks really nice out there. Of course, we have Passover, Palm Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then next week in the mid 80s consistently and a little more humidity. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.